Mark Oya.
And I'm Steve Stanford, and this is Art You Can Drive.
On this episode of Art You Can Drive, we've got a really cool 1952 Chevy pickup.
Yeah, this is definitely artwork that you can drive. I mean, you look at all the rounded edges, and this is kind of like at the tail end of the whole Art Deco era, streamlined modern, and they were just before they were getting ready to go off to a more squared off look. But this truck is I mean, everywhere you look, you see art elements to it, whether you're talking the grill or, you know, whatever, all of it.
Oh, it's cool. And you know, trucks historically, you know, they were on the farm and they were utility vehicles. And what this truck does as an art piece shows you how they've turned into that.
Oh yeah, how they've evolved. And you're right, it was just the farmers before that. These were tools, but people took these tools and polished them up and gave them a little love. And I mean, in the case of the two-tone paint on this is definitely artsy. I like it.
What's really cool about this truck, this is actually very unique because this truck is 100% a reproduction.
And that's what's so fascinating, the fact that this truck and this body style was so popular that there was a big enough demand to where people wanted a copy of their own, but with the supply of originals dwindling, the aftermarket stepped in and did a heroic effort and reproduced the whole thing from stem to stern.
Well, and that's the part that's crazy because, you know, a lot of these trucks, obviously, if they were back east or somewhere where there's snow and ice and salt and stuff.
Oh, they'd rot away.
They were rotted away, there was nothing left. And they didn't just, you know, initially they started reproducing a few parts, like as rust repair panels and stuff like that. But as time went on and people got so excited about these trucks, they reproduced the whole truck.
Yeah, and think about it too. I mean, one of the reasons why they had to do that, I mean, these things, like I said, they were tools and they got beat up a lot.
Yeah.
It would cost you more to pound out the dings and dents and rust and all that rather than just buying a whole brand new truck.
That's the thing. What I like about this truck is that it's still a traditional looking truck. It has the chrome bumpers, has the chrome grille, has the mirrors, has the chains on the tailgate, has the taillights. But when you get past that, it's got a brand new chassis under it, independent front suspension,
Sure.
4-link in the rear, big billet wheels and tires, LS3 powered,
Sure.
so basically Corvette, air conditioning, cruise control, power windows, power locks, Bluetooth.
Well,
So
see, that's the beauty of a resto mod. You got the looks and charm of the old styling, but yet you can use it. You can drive it. It's got all the best of both worlds. Air conditioning, nice ride, but it still reminds you of Grandpa's truck from the farm, just 1,000% better in looks.
Oh, I know, I love it, and I'm a truck guy, so
Oh, yeah.
you know, you can't go wrong with a Chevy truck, and I look at this and I'd like to own it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's probably not gonna happen, but you know, but what we are gonna do, well, let's take a look under the hood. So let's check it out, Steve. Let's see what we got going on under here. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
If I can get it open. So they carried the two-tone paint under the hood area, which looks nice. And Corvette LS3, nice and simple, tidy, clean.
Yeah, I like the color coordination too. And there's actually, you know, it really doesn't need like a lot of bright work on this because if you look at the truck overall, there's a lot of brightness, and I'm trying hard not to use the word bling, but it's kind of appropriate in this case. You know, between the grill and, you know, and the radiator and just all that. And yet, the brightness comes from the glossiness in the paint and the extra attention to detail to clean everything up. Now, I do like that.
Well, and I think they went with a little bit of a traditional approach. It's got the, you know, stock alternator and AC compressor, and we can see all the lines. They didn't hide everything. So went for kind of an OEM look, a little bit of bling, but, you know, mostly accented with paint, but overall super clean.
Well, and the nice thing too is the fact that by using just standard components, you know, you can fix it anywhere. The idea for a resto mod rather is to drive it.
Right.
So it's nice to know that if you're out on the road, you do have some potential problems. It can be easily fixed.
Right, this could go anywhere. This could go to any GM dealer and they could fix it. They
Sure.
could probably go to most aftermarket places now because, you know, these motors are a couple years old and they're pretty much dialed in.
Oh, they're
But-
really getting to be the standard, aren't they?
Well, and that's the other thing, they're actually very reliable.
Well,
So,
that's why they're the standard. Yeah,
that's the thing. This is definitely art you can drive.
Well, you know what that means.